Hello, it's me, Zoti, from The Light Collective. And I just wanted to stop by and do a little drive and chat with the people of the light. And what I have to say won't be long. I won't be long. I just put out a video yesterday. And the video that I put out yesterday, I think it was yesterday, right? It's going to be related to this video. So if you didn't see the last video, it's kind of long. Maybe go back and look at that and then come back here. If you can't follow where I'm coming from in this one, okay? I'm referencing the last video, all right? Okay. First of all, as I like to start my drive and chat, I like to start off with saying that you are beautiful, you are capable. If you are a soul being, you have the ability to figure out and grasp the truth of who you are, the truth of the reality in which you live, and most importantly, the truth of who the Most High truly is, okay, and what all that's about, okay? So I want to start off by saying that first and foremost, okay? Now, what I'm going to go into really quick in this clip, this drive and chat, we're just going to double down on some things that we spoke about yesterday and also make sure that I'm crystal clear on my end about my position on said things, okay? So, in the previous video, I was discussing the situation that is going on currently with Burkina Faso and their people appointed leader, okay? The people appointed this man as their leader, okay? Like the actual people appointed this man as their leader. It wasn't like what happens in other places where it's you can pretend that you have some sort of say in it and you actually don't. It wasn't like that, okay? And we won't say what those places are, okay? But this is a individual who the people said they want to lead them, okay? Which is in my opinion, that's an honor. And, kudos to him for getting the actual people to select him the right way. And this is what other places have to realize does not happen. Where you think it's happening, it's not happening. These people are already pre-selected. These people are already hand-picked puppets that have already been chose to do whatever they're gonna do, okay, for the time, okay? So I was talking about that. I was also talking about, just to give a quick, reiterate what I was talking about in the previous video. I was also talking about the fact that France banned this organization called the IUIC, which they identify as Hebrew Israelites. Okay, that's what they identify as, Hebrew Israelites. And in this group, this IUIC group, they have an approach, okay, to how they speak about the Bible. The bottom line, whether you like their approach or not, the bottom line is that they're speaking about the Bible and they're pulling scripture from the Bible and they're coming up with an interpretation of what they're pulling from the Bible the same way that churches all over this world do, okay? So, and I don't like, personally, how many of these churches all over the world, under the guise of Christianity, is pulling from the Bible and so on and so forth. I don't like how they're doing that. A lot of people don't like how they're doing it, but they still get to do it because, see, people have free will, okay? And as long as people aren't hurting anyone, if they want to speak about what they want to speak about, then they want to speak about what they want to speak about, how they want to speak about it, okay? And so I spoke about that because France had banned this IUIC organization from talking at all in France, okay? They said that they can't do it because it's hate speech and inciting violence and so on. It's everybody, and that's the thing, right, beautiful people, is that, and this doesn't matter what your skin looks like, okay? If you're about truth and light, then you need to be about truth and light, okay? And don't you love how they're always so quick to point out something that isn't even there, that they've actually done. So they will say that this organization is, they're spewing hate speech, when really, if you go look at what they're talking about, they're just doubling down on what the book that you shove down everybody's throat is saying. That's all they're doing, okay? And what I mean by that is, like I said in the previous video, what they're saying is that if you're looking at the Bible, and again, they're only coming from the King James Version of the Bible and the Apocrypha. That's what they're coming from. Where my position is my position, because I'm coming from, first of all, a self-established knowing from my connection to the Most High, and my genuine pursuit to know and connect to the Most High source. Okay, that's my first reference point. And then after that reference point comes a multitude of ancient texts. Okay, that's just my position. Okay, and that's where we're gonna leave that. But if we're going from just the King James Version of the Bible and the Apocrypha, what they're saying is in line with what the Bible says. Okay, it is. And basically the gist of what they talk about is the simple fact that, there's basically a lineage of Jacob, and there's a lineage of Esau, and it describes what the lineage of Esau looked like, and it describes what not only Yahshua looked like, who was an ascended master, okay, and it describes what the people in these lineages would go through, and it describes what the people in these lineages would do, what the people in the lineage of Jacob would go through. Okay, this is just if we're looking at that now. Now, if you know anything about my channel, you should already know that I'm beyond this just this ideology, okay, or this truth. All right. And then it also speaks about what the lineage of Esau was going to do to the world. Then it also talks about what would happen eventually to the lineage of Jacob and to the lineage of Esau. Okay, so that's what they talk about, beautiful people. And because they were talking about that, they said, no, that's hate speech, and we're going to ban you from even talking at all. Okay, at all whatsoever. Not to mention, France is the birthplace, from what I understand, it's the birthplace of what do you call it when a person don't believe in God at all? Atheists. I think it's atheist, to be an atheist. So France is the birthplace of atheism. Okay, if you didn't know, France is where all of that began, in terms of just having absolutely no belief in a Most High. Okay, is what they believe. Okay, and so again, for me, believe what you want to believe. I know what I know, but you could believe what you want to believe. That's fine. All that to say, beautiful people, is that there isn't, to me, I don't have to agree, because as I stated in my previous video, I'm not defending the IUIC. They got it, okay? I'm sure they got it on their own, okay? I'm not defending them. I am standing up and speaking out against stuff that doesn't make any sense, okay? And this is a part of this new place we're going, okay? This is a part of the ascension process, is to be able to not have to agree. You don't have to agree with everything that people say. You don't have to agree with everything that people say, okay? You don't, all right? In order to, at the same time, you should still be able to say, okay, I don't agree with everything that you just said, but I see that something is happening against you that isn't right, and I'm going to say that it isn't right. And again, this is not me defending this organization, okay? This is absolutely not me defending this organization. I do not agree, okay, with everything that this organization states, okay? Me and this organization would have an immediate disagreement, because I acknowledge the Great Mother, okay? I acknowledge the Great Mother, period. I acknowledge the Great Mother, and I acknowledge the begotten daughters of the Most High. That's it. Okay, so, and that's not going to change. It's unshakable, and that's it. So the simple fact that I have that knowing, okay, and by the way, me acknowledging the great mother and the begotten daughters of the Most High is not me disacknowledging or disregarding the great Father and the begotten sons of the Most High. That's not what I'm doing, okay, when I say and acknowledge the great mother, okay, and the begotten daughters. That's not what that does. It just simply, again, divine balance is what this time is about, okay? So just to be clear, I'm not all into, you know, with the beautiful individuals in this organization do, okay? So we're clear, all right? But I will say this, all right? France in general, them banning this organization is just a reminder to me, and it should be a reminder to people of what atrocities have gone on, okay? And this is again connected to Burkina Faso, okay? It's directly connected to, because that has something to do with France as well, okay? And the simple fact that France has done so much, and they're one of the worst, okay, colonizers that have ever existed, okay? Just went around and we had to sit in history class, no matter what color you were. You had to sit in history class and listen to what they've done, okay, to the world. And then somehow they're some sort of heroes, okay? So this is the kind of divine intervention I'm speaking about, okay? And then on top of that, these people, you know, they do all of these things. They steal, they rob, they kill, they rape and pillage, okay, is what they do. And then they say, you know, everybody got to listen to me, and they walk around like they're someone. You're wicked is what you are. You're wicked, okay? You're wicked. And again, it doesn't matter what color you are, beautiful people. Do you wake up in the morning and say, you know what? I don't have a house, so I'm just going to go murder someone and take their house. Not only that, I'm going to go murder them and take their house. And then after that, I'm going to, you know, kill everybody in the whole area, and I'm going to take all their houses. Do you wake up thinking that way? Just as a human, just as a soul being, do you wake up? I'm asking you, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what your gender is. Do you wake up thinking that way? You don't, right? Okay. I'm just saying that there were people who woke up thinking this way. They woke up thinking this way. And not only did they think it, they did it. Okay? They did it. And then we're taught this. Okay, this is where the education system comes into play here. We're taught these things, and then we're taught to look at these people like there's somebody that we're supposed to be you know, acknowledging in a positive way. Oh, you know, they went and they conquered these places, and now, it's in what they're telling you. They conquered some place, which means what did they have to do to take something that wasn't theirs? Kill, rape, or a bunch of things that you would not think to do, beautiful people. Okay, you would not think to do these things. But there are people who exist in this reality, in this realm, who were that's what they were designed to do. They were designed to come here and do all of this, all these atrocities. But the thing about it is, there's also people who were put here to do good. And there has to be a balance to where the people who were put here to do good, that they're given the opportunity and the space to do good. Okay? And you can't silence people who are not hurting anyone. Okay, especially in a place like France. Now listen, here's the thing. People who are identifying as Hebrew Israelites in France, leave France. Leave France, because you know what? If they're telling you that you can't do it in their country, leave the country. Don't fight them, don't beg them, don't do it, just leave. Because guess what? France needs you. You don't need them. As you can see, France needs melanated people. And if they don't want to admit that they need melanated people, they at least need melanated areas, where melanated people are. They want that. They want those areas. Like I said in my previous video, France has gone over to Madagascar trying to tell them that they need to cooperate while while they try to come over there and try to make find new markets for their economy. Okay, France don't have nothing going on for themselves. Okay, and I'm not talking, if you happen to be French watching this, hopefully you're not interpreting this as me saying that it's all the people, okay, of France that I'm referencing or anything like that. Okay, I'm just simply saying that as a country, clearly France, this is again a channel of truth. Okay, and clearly the country's struggling. Okay, and they've been struggling. Okay, they've been struggling because why did y'all feel the need to have to come to other places and kill people to take what was theirs? Because you didn't have it. It's because you didn't have it. And you also didn't have a heart or a soul or any love in you. Okay, because how could you do something like that with any of those things in you? You wouldn't be able to. Okay, so they went over to Madagascar trying to tell Madagascar, hey, you need to cooperate with us because we need to find new markets, and basically we basically need your what's over here, we need it. So y'all gonna have to cooperate. No. How about no? Okay, so the people who are in France right now, okay, and you're in the organizations, the Hebrew Israelite organizations we was talking about earlier in this video, then just leave. Eventually, and I'm not saying that it's easy to just pick up and leave where you live. You know what I'm saying? I get that it takes time and stuff like that. But your goal at this point should be to just leave and go someplace where you at least have freedom of speech. Okay? Because for it's absolutely nonsensical for them to try to ban a person from speaking about the Bible when they do that all around the world. Okay? But again, French is the birthplace of atheism. They don't believe, and again, that's their business. So again, to the Hebrew Israelites out there, leave and go someplace where that's not the case. Okay, there's many places you can go to. All right, instead of trying to fight them. But my point with all of this is that I don't want anyone who comes to this channel to think that I think, okay, that this is as superficial as just what you look like in your appearance. Okay, I know that it's deeper than that. Okay, I know that it's deeper than that. At the same time, regardless to what you look like, you should be able to see when things are occurring that don't make no sense. Okay, things that are occurring that are horrendous, things that are occurring that are not right, that aren't fair, that aren't just. Okay, and you should be willing to speak out against those things. That's what you should be willing to do. Okay, and it doesn't have to be publicly. Okay, but it can be in your communications to the divine. It can be with your family members. It can be with your friends. You could speak out that way. Okay, because you put it out into the consciousness. You put it out into the collective when you're doing that. Okay, so what France is doing, okay, is only opening up the door to remembrance of everything that they have done in the past. And I would advise that nobody, okay, in Madagascar, I would advise the people in Madagascar, don't take whatever deal they're trying to give you. They're also over in Haiti trying to give them some sort of deal too, because you know what France has done to the Haitian people is, again, despicable. It's absolutely despicable. And they're over there trying to, they basically are trying to get, they're going over there stating that they want to give the people of Haiti they want to rectify. You would think that they're saying that they want to rectify what happened to Haiti, okay, which basically is when Haiti got there. And the reason why Haiti looks how it looks, okay, and the conditions that it's in is because, okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's because when the Haitian people gained their independence, which is why I have a great respect for them, because they are some gangsters with it, okay? Some gangsters with it. All right, but when they gained their independence from France basically said, all right, bet, you're independent, but now you owe us some crazy number, some crazy amount of money. Okay, is what they said. You're you're independent, but you owe us some of my, I think at the time it was like $100 and something million, okay, at the time, which at the time was a lot of money. And so that basically put Haiti in financial ruin. So people look at the nation of Haiti with their noses up, not even really fully understanding the fact that they were put in this position. They fought against people who came over to their land, okay, and they said, no, you're not going to come over here and take everything. No, you're not going to do it. And they won the fight. And then the people over there came back and said, all right, give us, now you owe us this amount of money. And I think that they said that they owed them the money because something about the slave owners, I believe this was a long time ago. I did all these studies with Haiti. Okay, I have a close connection to Haiti. We ain't gonna get into it, but you know, it was something like that, like some ridiculous reason to why they said Haiti needed to give them this money at the time, which was over $100 million at the time, which today would equate to billions of dollars. Okay, and that's what put them in financial ruin. And when you go and you look at Haiti now, you know, it's heartbreaking. And again, everybody that look like me are not necessarily good people. Everybody who look like me are not necessarily people who are divine, who have the best intentions for humanity in them. Okay, because the government leaders, from what I hear in Haiti, hold on one second, people, because you know how it go. The government people in Haiti are not good people, from what I hear. Okay, they ain't for their people. They're corrupt. Okay, and this is my point about this is why I emphasize when I speak about things, the people in fake positions of power. It don't matter what color they are. When I'm speaking about what I'm speaking about on my channel, outside of this subject matter, that's my point. That's my position. It don't matter what these people look like. These people are in these fake positions of power, most of them. Okay, and that's what it is. So the people who are running Haiti right now, they're corrupt. Clearly, they're corrupt. The people have been put in a terrible circumstance, and it started with the French. And I'm not saying that we're just going to excuse the fact that there are people who are Haitian themselves running the joint, okay, who are corrupt. I'm not saying that. Okay, there needs to be balance with them too. Okay, all right. I'm talking about anyone who is performing any type of crime against humanity. It needs to be rectified. Okay, it needs to be rectified. All right. So France, you know, I don't think that France is to be trusted. I don't think that they're to be trusted, but they're in Haiti. I went to Haiti basically trying to communicate with Haiti and say, okay, look, we want to make things right, and we want to, you know, work together with you to, you know, because, you know, the past, you know, we need to establish peace. Nobody, listen, how about you give us the money, give them the money that you owe them, okay, to balance the scales, and then go away, okay, go away. I would recommend, if I was the leader of Haiti, I would tell them, once they came over there and sat down, first of all, if I was the leader of Haiti, I would not be corrupt, okay, and when these people came over here and tried to talk to me, and say, yeah, we took this amount of money from you before, and you know we want to work together. I'll be like, okay, well, yes, I agree with what you're saying about the money. Go ahead and run it all, every single penny, all of it, because the amount that you're talking about, it's still not enough, because you don't see, we need an additional, we need to go ahead and double and triple it for the mental anguish that you've caused a whole collective of people. Okay, so there needs to be more money on top of that. Okay, it needs to be more money on what I gave you, and it needs to be with interest as well, a lot of interest. Okay, so all of it. Okay, so you can do that, but then you need to leave and don't ever come back over here again. We don't want anything to do with you ever again until you, and if we have the thought, because melanated people, we are loving people. Okay, and I'm speaking about melanated people because I'm melanated myself. Okay, so the melanated people that I come from, we're loving people. We're loving people. So if we get the idea, the notion to say, you know what, maybe we should just talk to him again, it would have to be after decades of you proving that you are humane. That's when we can have a conversation. These people, France has not proven that they are humane. How are you going to Haiti talking about, okay, we want to help you here in one breath, and then you're banning people from freedom of speech in another breath, and then and then you have a hand to play and going over to a country that didn't ask you to come over there, Burkina Faso, and trying to do something against their leader in the next breath. Sit down, France. Sit down, okay? And I'm telling you, all of the people who are melanated in these regions, do not do nothing with them until they prove that they are humane. Because them coming and talk is cheap. They've been talking for a long time, the melanated people all over the world. They do a lot of talking. They do a lot of talking. And to my non-melanated people, am I lying? Am I lying? They've been doing a lot of talking to us for a long period of time with no action behind it. We're sick of the talking. Okay? We're sick of the talking. Run Haiti their check. Okay? Checks. Plural. And then go on with yourself, and then prove after many decades that you are humane and that you can be trusted again. Until then, no, we're good. Don't want nothing to do with you. Okay? Don't want nothing to do with you. And you know what I say? Boycott France. So for some reason, this is the next thing. Boycotting France. Okay? Should be the next thing that we think about doing. Boycotting France, because me personally, I've been all over the world. Okay, I've been to I'm grateful that I have been to so many beautiful places. I've been to a lot of beautiful places in this beautiful earth, on this beautiful earth. I mean, basically all the places that you could think of that are bucket list places, where people are like, oh, it's a bucket list place. The Bora Boras, the Seychelles, the Bora Boras, the Seychelles, the Maldives. All of the places. You know what I mean? I've been to all those places, and I'm grateful. I'm only saying that to say, France ain't never been on my list. And again, it just ain't never been on my list of places to go personally. It just personally ain't never been on my list to go. I ain't never had no desire to go to France, to go to Europe, to go to any of these places personally. Okay, because for me, I would like to go to places that weren't colonizers. I wouldn't feel comfortable going to places like France or Spain or anywhere in Europe. I just personally wouldn't. That's not now. Again, until these people show that they are humane. Okay, now that's just my position on it. Okay, so I personally don't think, I had to pause real quick. I don't think that the people, should be interested in collaborating with France until, like I said, France shows some sort of level of humanity. On top of that, I think that the people should boycott France. If you're melanated, that's what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about, so I had to pause. But if you're melanated, and even if you're not melanated, why are you going over to a place, okay, with this type of a history? Okay, especially no. And then on top of that, why is the rhetoric of places like the continent of Africa And the images that they show about the continent of Africa, first of all, it's a daggone lie. It is absolutely beautiful. Not to mention, first of all, the people. Let's start there. The people are beautiful, okay? Number one, gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous people over there, all right? Number one. Number two, the place is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But they don't want to portray that. You see what I'm saying? Beautiful people of the light, no matter what you look like. Why don't they want to portray that? I've been to Zanzibar, Seychelles. Like I said, I've been to the Seychelles. Let me tell you something about the Seychelles, which is off the coast of Africa. Still considered Africa. Okay? You go on the beach in the Seychelles. You know what they're known for in the Seychelles? Granite. They're known for granite. When you walk on the beach, okay, and I have pictures, you know, of this. Maybe I could, I keep saying I'm attach a video. Lord knows I can't. The Most High know I don't know what the heck I'm doing when it comes down to this editing stuff. Okay, so I have to bear with your girl, okay? But when you walk on the beaches, and I have videos of it, okay? I'll try to put it at the end of this video, maybe. I think I could pull that off. But when you go on the beaches of the Seychelles, you'll see granite beneath the sand, okay? And they have structures coming out of the water, okay? That's full-blown granite. Okay, that's where they source a lot of granite, like your granite countertops, the Seychelles. Okay, the Seychelles. All right. And but they don't want to show you that. And then they want to try to portray places like Paris to be, you know, some sort of beautiful place. It is absolutely not. It is absolutely not. Let me tell you right now, I've never been, like I said, it ain't never been on my list to go. I'm not even lying, guys. I have no desire. I never had any desire. I don't get it. To go to no daggone Paris or France. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, just never had the desire to do it. Okay, there's a spider in my car. So if you guys see me looking up, I'm not afraid of insects. Okay, at all. You know, I just never seen a spider like this before. It's actually like clear. It looks almost albino. Looks like an albino spider. It's like white in color. So because I've never seen this type of spider before, I'm just keeping my eye on it, because I do realize that there are some bugs. Even though me personally, if I'm outside, side note, if I'm outside, I don't kill bugs. If I see a bug, I'm not gonna step on it. I'm outside. Why would I kill where they live? Kill them where they live. Now, if they come inside my home, you know what I'm saying? Even then, I'll still try to catch them. People who know me know. Even still, I'll still try to catch them and put them back outside. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. I don't think it's necessary to just start, you know, stomping on bugs. Like, relax. You know, they might have a purpose, you know, that might be important. But I just never seen a spider like this. I'm not afraid of it. I'm just keeping my eye on it. So again, if you see me looking. But anyway, they try to portray France, like France and Paris is some sort of, it's the slums. No disrespect to anyone over there, okay? Because I know that there's beautiful people over there, okay, in these areas. I'm not talking about y'all, okay? I'm talking about the people in your leadership is what I'm talking about. The people in the fake positions of power and the people who support these people in these fake positions of power, okay? That's what I'm talking about, okay? But I'm just saying, it's the slums. It's like, you know what I mean? Everybody want to talk. I'm from New York originally. Everybody want to talk down, oh, New York City's okay, and guess what? So is Paris. So is Paris. So is Paris. So what y'all talking about? The only difference is you want to portray one a certain way and then portray another one another way. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? And that's that you can't do all of that. You shouldn't be able to do all of that. And doing all that ain't gonna work no more. It's just not gonna work no more. At all. So I say, if we are melanated, if you are melanated, and or you are a person who is not, but you are of the light and of the truth and of justice and balance and humanity, then I would go ahead and limit the amount of time that you do anything supporting France, including going over there to travel. It blows my mind sometimes when I be hearing people, you know what I'm saying, who look like me, and they be like, yeah, I'm going I've never traveled outside of the US before, and I'm going to Paris. And I'm like, out of all the places, God bless, you know what I'm saying? I know people have free will, do whatever they want to do. If that's what makes you happy, sweetheart, honey, go ahead and do it, you know? But I'm just saying, why there? Why would you pick Paris when it's really not that beautiful? But they and then on top of that, the history there, you know what I mean? Unless you were going in over there over on some investigative journalist type of time. You know what I mean? That'd be different to me. But that's just my personal opinion on it, which take it with a grain of salt. Okay. But, you know, I think that the people should really consider boycotting, and not even boycotting. I don't really like that term, but just don't go over there. If you got a ticket right now to Paris or anywhere in that area in France, cancel it. Cancel it. If you have go someplace else, okay, where the history isn't as horrific. Okay, why are you supporting them? Okay, same thing with Spain. People are like, oh, I'm going to Madrid. And I've, again, never been on my list personally, because the Spaniards are the next ones we're talking about. Y'all, they're the next ones. I don't got no desire to go to these places until these people show that they have some sort of humanity. Okay, and you can start with showing some humanity by giving what has been taken, giving back what has been taken by force, by evil from people. Okay, all over the world. You can start there. Okay, and that's the next one is Spain. So if you're melanated, think about that. Just think about it. Okay, because you know y'all did it. You know I you know, caught it on the back end, but y'all did a pretty good job with the boycott and Target and all that stuff. Pretty good job, you know what I mean? So from what I hear, right? You guys did some. I don't shop that much in general, you know what I mean? At these days, you know, so y'all ain't have to worry about me not going into Target, because I wasn't going up in there anyway. Okay, I don't know where they got this whole thing that women love to shop. I do not. I like to get things when I need them, of course, and I'm grateful that I can. But I ain't big on just shopping all the time. You know what I mean? But you know, I would say that that melanated people in this country that I'm in currently right now, the States, you know, have done a good job at that whole we're not going into Target, F y'all, good job. Good job. Because again, these people in these fake positions of power, these people with these corporations, all these people are nefarious. All of them, top to bottom, all of them. There ain't no way in the world these are $1 billion whatevers, and then there's people struggling. Okay, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. Absolutely not. So the same way y'all did that, beautiful melanated people all over the world, do it with your traveling too now, because see, that's how you really get them. You're targeting Target, not, I know that's cliche, but you're targeting Target, which is good. I'm not against that. But let's attempt to take down whole entire economies, people. And you don't gotta be melanated to participate. Whole entire economies. That's what we should be doing. Trying to take down whole entire economies and these places where they have done atrocious things until they rectify what they have done. Okay, so no more going over here. You ain't flexing to me talking about you just came back from a drug. Okay, and you just went to support some colonizers. Again, I'm not talking about the people of these areas. I'm talking about the people in the fake positions of power who have done what they have done. Okay, so how about that for the next go round? Get them in the economy. Stop going over there, spending nothing. We're not flying over here. We're not doing nothing. And all the people that are in these regions that they're trying to coerce them to sign agreements and stuff like that. But think again. Think again, beautiful people. I encourage you to think again, because I'm telling you, they up to something. Okay, they up to something. You don't think they were trying to sweet talk you last time they did you dirty? Anytime, you know, of course it's like your ex-boyfriend, ladies. If you're a lady listening to this, even if you're not a lady listening to this, it's like your ex, you know. They trying to sweet talk you, you know. Well, you know, I messed up last time, you know what I mean? Last time I appreciate you when I had you back then. You know what I'm saying? But I changed. Did you? And what ends up happening, beautiful people, when you take them back? Most of the time, I'm not saying that there's not isolated incidents, but most of the time what happened? You take them back, and what they do? The same thing that they did times 10 is what they do. Okay, so treat this like that, beautiful people in Madagascar, the people in Haiti. Okay, anybody who France over here trying to talk to, think about it like that. Okay, think about it like that. I made this video to try to make it shorter than the last one, and it's about to be just as long. But anyway, let me get off this. This app, beautiful people of the light, and just know that Zoti over here loves you. Okay, she loves you, and you know, I support truth, and I support light, and I support everyone and anyone who is on that same type of time. Okay? And like I said, remember how awesome you are, how amazing you are, how perfect you are. Okay? And also always remember, okay, the simple fact that you have the absolute ability, okay, to find truth and light, okay, at any time. All right? And that's what I got, beautiful people. You take care. Be safe. Ashe.